What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Metal Maniacs Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Ingersoll, and I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Sunday's sharpest dressed man.
It's your boy Modd. What's
up,
good,
buddy?
Jay?
What's up, buddy?
Sharpest dressed man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good song. Good times.
Sharp dressed man.
You know, I try sometimes.
Yeah, you always look good when you come here.
Oh,
so
I'm flattered. Thank you.
appreciate that. Smell good, too, just for those that are only watching.
I like
And
it.
we all appreciate a good smell, you know.
Well, anytime I go to a concert, there, especially an outdoor one, all the people in the group support chats, they're like, "Bring your deodorant."
Yeah.
You go to an outdoor festival, bring your deodorant.
I seen a Mr. Beast meme, and it was like, we're donating 1,000 bars of deodorant to the metal community. And he was like all standing there in the mosh pit. I'm like, that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, some of y'all smelling soupy at those shows,
Oh, God.
bro.
I saw a comment from the Upheaval page that I'm in and I follow where somebody said they were literally passing out deodorant along the front rail, like the barricade. And people were like put off by it. And I'm like, man, if I saw some free fucking deodorant, I would snag it. Like, you know what? Fucking thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'd be sweating out in the sun. Like, literally, that's what you do. Like, you drink water and sweat.
That's how it was yesterday. I started to smell a little soupy when we were all hanging out outside. And I was like, went inside, fucking sprayed off the minestrone. It's like, no Campbell's here, boy.
That's funny.
So, today, enough of the soup talk. We have...
That would have been a great time for an ad placement.
Yeah. Campbell's on the go. Today we have another reaction episode.
Love it.
We are trudging through these as we go. You know, this one I think is the 8th one that we're going to do. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, how are we doing on submissions anyway? Is it time for more, or we still got
we're a little bit we're good for a little bit.
Yeah,
I want to get at least through 2 more of these, and then maybe we'll reach out. But we got overwhelmed, and like I think I was telling you last week, they just keep kind of coming in.
Yeah.
To like, hey, I heard. Here's a song. Here's a demo. So I have like probably a whole nother episode that I have to just put into our document.
I also I don't want bands to shy away from sending us things.
Oh,
Like,
right.
Send us a second song to react to. Get in the box. Just send us something to listen to. I know I had somebody reach out to me personally, and I said, send it to the Metal Maniacs thing, and then we'll get to it when we get to it. I can't make any promises, but yeah, for sure. I love doing these. Always hear something. And every time I'm like getting ready to post the reels, I listen back to the songs one more time just to remind myself the genre, the style, and our own reaction to it in real time. And we always get hit with some slappers. Like I always get incredibly floored at how heavy some of these things are and how unique some of it is too. So always love listening to these things. I'm hoping for more good stuff today.
The last episode was a banger. There was a lot of good stuff on that.
Yeah.
And got a lot of good response from the bands that reviewed their stuff. They appreciated it, so we always appreciate that. They appreciate that.
Yeah.
So before you came, I was getting ready for this episode, and I put some links in here, for some of these.
Yep.
And some of, I want to say a lot of these bands, dude, are not even from Michigan this time.
Awesome.
I think we got one.
Wow. That's
One
good.
band out of the 6 are from Michigan, and every other one is from... We'll tell you where, but all over the place.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah.
that. I got the 2 links that you sent me for the first one I'm opening now. And
So I'm going to open this on Bandcamp too. So first band, are we ready?
yeah, I'm on it. I'm
All
on
right,
the
cool.
Bandcamp.
So this band is called Hellish Torment,
Mm.
and a little bit about this band. This is from their Bandcamp. It says, spawned in the depths of a community overrun by churches and Jesus freaks, Hellish Torment is bringing solid black metal to the world from one of the most unlikely places. Releasing their demo during the time of global pandemic, they have chosen to call it Unholy Isolation. Of course, your local church would say Unholy Isolation to refer to those who are spending their isolated time on Pornhub. And then on their Facebook, it just says Satanic Beer Metal. So,
All right.
I mean, this is... And the song title, I don't think
I saw it on the Notion.
Yeah, your local Sunday faction would be happy about this. But the title track, or the track we're listening to is called Raped by God, but...
Sounds unpleasant.
Yes.
Dude, they got
There
the
we go.
corpse paint. They're out in the woods. Yeah.
They got it. Check, check, check.
Yep.
Checked all the boxes. All right, cool.
Do you think we're going to get some lo-fi black metal here?
I'm not sure, man.
We'll find out.
Yes. So here is the song. Hopefully we got some.
Ard by the G-Man.
Bye.
Hey.
Well, I need to take a breath for the vocalist there.
One real quick thing.
Time.
All right, I just wanted to see the difference there.
What, from platform to platform?
Yeah, I was curious about something.
All right.
In total transparency, I always listen to my podcast in 2 times, but when I have to log on to Spotify, so when that first came out, it was so fast. I was just like, "Is this playing in 2 times?"
They were right out of the gate.
I was just like, I was like, but go ahead, buddy. I'll let you go first today. You're the guest of honor today, my friend.
Well, so definitely black metal is a little outside of my wheelhouse. It sounds like what I would call like the true style or the old school style. However, had some pretty crisp production on it, comparatively speaking. Anyway, going back to that old lo-fi.
Yeah, exactly.
It had some really cool melodic influences, like an Iron Maiden vibe going on there. When they busted into the 2 guitar part, I really love that. And those vocals were otherworldly. Like that was straight, unholy, newborn, fresh out of the womb, screaming, "I hate life, I hate God." Like,
yeah, raped by God.
Yeah, that was. I didn't expect that. That gremlin vocal came in. I was like, "That's black metal," but then just like all the syllables, and the guy plays guitar too, so that's really cool. I want to see it live when I hear something like that. It makes me like intrigued to the point of, let me see you do this live.
Yeah.
Because now you have my attention. You have hook and mouth with that kind of vocal. Not exactly patterned, kind of, somewhat, but just even if you're just holding the power chords, as long as you're playing the song the way it's supposed to be and you're doing that, that's dope. So I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Drummer was on point, and the melody sections were pretty cool. A lot of songwriting was there. Like they had a lot of repetitive
callbacks
parts.
and shit. Yeah.
So how about you, Jay? You're the big black metal stud on campus here. Tell me more.
Well, these guys. So just so you know, these guys are from GR.
Yep.
So this should be the only Michigan band that we have today. I agree with they almost kind of went into some of the happier Iron Maiden-ish and melodic. So that's a cool breakup when you add that melody in there to sometimes an overwhelming amount of dense black metal with grind in there.
Yep.
The singer, holy shit, dude! What in the hell? Like, how does that happen? I don't know. He's just like, like,
evil
man, you
gremlin.
got some lungs. There's no way you smoke weed. I'm telling you that right now.
No,
I could be wrong, but if you do, kudos to you. Or you run a bunch, or you don't do any of the above, and you just got helly lungs on you.
Yeah,
so
right.
that was there was a lot of vocals going on there.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like I said, like the melodies on the guitars, the drum work was there. It was a little hard to distinguish for me, but I mean, I see what you're going for when you're just like satanic beer metal, black thrash.
Yep.
I mean, you're doing the thing. That's what it's supposed to be done.
All boxes checked.
Yeah, exactly. So it was there. I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
If I had to make it just a few, critiques, maybe just some of the guitar seemed a little like it could be a little tighter. Maybe it was just a mixed thing, but like when they're panned left and right, it just seemed like one guitar was off from the other. And my only other thing is like, and you guys, if you've ever listened to one episode of the show, just like maybe dial them vocals back just a little bit for me. Just give me a little more space in there, and it might even be easier.
Yeah.
But we only heard the one song, so we always got to put that caveat out there that we've only heard the one song, so maybe they have other songs with different styles, but that was a lot in your face.
Yeah.
And if there was 12 songs like that, that would be hard. That'd be a lot of vocals for me.
I think they did a good job of like giving the music space. There's plenty of musical breaks where there were no vocals. Just that when the singer jumped in, it was like rapid spitfire. I'm getting all the words in. Here's my evil book story. Like I'm giving you the whole thing in this verse and chorus. So, I think it's pretty cool that the ability to do that. Could probably slow it down, but who cares what we say on that front? Like, do. I thought it was pretty cool, Gremlin-esque, just going for it.
Do you, man?
Yeah. I would love to hear some lows come out of that vocalist. Like, I just don't think lows are really a black metal thing ever.
Once in a while, they're a nice little touch here and there.
Yeah.
You'll hear them, but if you're kind of doing what these guys are doing, almost like the very true new school, almost, you know. however you want to say that. Some subgenre prick will get mad, but whatever, you know.
Yeah, somebody's gonna disagree.
Yeah, they'll be like, no, that's actually called fucking the SM.
Right.
It's okay. Call it whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Hellish Torment, keep doing your thing. Hope to see you on the stage soon.
Yeah, that'll be fun as fuck.
Fucking
love it.
Hope you're wearing the fucking corpse paint and drinking tons of beer. That makes me happy. So
I won't hold you to the beer, but I will hold you to the corpse paint. That has got to happen. It's in all the photos, and it's part of the aesthetic. So bring the corpse paint.
So real quick before we move on, I'd like to read this just to try to give as much information about the band as I can. So that Raped by God song was on the album Hellish Torment. So that was self-titled. Mm-hmm. That came out. It was released April 26, 2024. So just very recently, really.
Not even 4 months back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vocals, guitar, Tom the Soul Butcher Gillis. Guitars, Patrick Dragon Balls McCarty. Drums, Mike Evil Ohemin. Yep. Ohemin.
Ohemin. Yeah. Evil
Bass and orchestration on this album was performed by the Soul Butcher. All music was written by Hellish Torment. Album was recorded, mixed, and mastered by CJ Gardenier at Red Wolf, Michigan.
Yep, I know CJ.
Yeah, a lot of people know him.
Yep.
So,
doing
all
work.
right, cool, man. You guys keep fucking doing your thing. Thanks for that send-in. We appreciate it. Way to get our Sunday started with some fucking satanic fucking beer metal. That was great.
Oh, good morning. Yeah, we came here to worship music, and it you know, the plate has been passed around.
All right.
So what is next, my friend? No, we're not getting paid for that shit.
The fucking YouTube links, man. So the next band on the docket is called Noxis.
Love it.
Brutal, devastatingly abhorrent, straight ahead death metal from Northeast Ohio.
Okay.
So band out of Northeast Ohio. Cool, you guys found us.
Yep.
The song is Skull Crushing Defilement. So I can't imagine that there's going to be a lot of kumbayas coming from this one. But let me just pause this because these fucking ads, man, with these YouTube links always fuck me up.
Right.
And then I'll fucking pause her here, bring her back. Now we can go. So this song is Skull Crushing Defilement by Noxis. You ready?
Blast away.
Here you go.
Eyes on
fucking there it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah. Good morning, death metal.
All right. So Noxis from Cleveland, Ohio.
Awesome.
First things first, I didn't know Orville Redenbacher played the drums because the way that snare was popping, bro, that was just some fucking popcorn, just fucking movie theater butter right off of that snare, bro. Fuck.
Sounded good. I love that drum work up top.
Yeah. So to get into this here, badass riffs, great callbacks. Your songwriting was there. You guys' art is fucking really sick.
Brutal.
Like your band camp's all set up nice.
Yeah.
Great job. Holy fast as fuck on the guitar on some of those. That right hand, tight as shit. Love it. Man, you guys are good. Really appreciate this send in. Bass guitar, thank you for all of that.
Yep.
Just drummer
Loved
on
it.
point. I mean, I was kind of joking about the popcorn just because the way the snare sounded, but it was just pop, 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 pop. But I love popcorn. So, man, cool as shit. So I'll let you get into it, and I'll give you a little bit what else I can give you about this band here.
Sure. So for me, like initially, like the first few minutes or seconds of it even call back to like Cannibal Corpse and that old school brutal death metal. I loved it. I loved that one riff where the guitar just felt like it was tremming on a bendy.
Yeah, it's like almost like bendy
that,
slide type thing or something.
I love it. And I love the bass production on it. So the bass is like in your face all day, which makes me want to double down on the Cannibal Corpse comment.
Yeah.
Like you got maybe an Alex Webster fan in the house there. Yeah. So I absolutely loved it. Vocals were cool. They were enough variety for a death metal band where I wasn't like bored by like a one punch vocal. There was just enough up and down there to make it interesting.
Good patterns too.
Yeah. I don't see like the lineup and the musicians. Maybe you got that elsewhere, but I liked what I was hearing. And these guys have cool merch. Like if you're into the really brutal, gory look, they have all kinds of swag on their Bandcamp. You know, they got the shorts, the shirts, they got the vinyl variants, they've got the cassettes, whatever's available still. Some of it looks sold out. Really cool artwork. So that was the opening track to their album, Violence Inherent in the System, released June 24th. Jay, what more have you got for us on this band?
I guess I don't. I guess I lied. But these guys have a gang of not only merch, they have a lot of music.
Yeah.
Like some of them might be singles and stuff. But if you guys are looking for some good quality death metal, check out Noxis out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
This came out June 28th, I believe it says, of this year. So that's brand new.
Yep.
So that was some new off the press shit right there. Yeah, they don't have a lot about their band, just
but I do like that they've
Rotted Life Records. That's what we got.
Okay, a gang of merch, and you know the music speaks for itself. And they do have it set up pretty well. We talk about those things before, like having your Facebook and or your Bandcamp set up with a lot of pictures and as much information as we can get. Most bands don't really do an about section on their Facebook. They pretty much skip that. But yeah, brutal, devastatingly abhorrent, straight ahead death metal from Northeast Ohio. Couldn't have said it better myself, and really lived up to that description with that track.
Yeah. Badass band. Thanks for the send-in, guys.
Yep.
We'll be contacting you to let you know about the clip and so on and so forth. So
skull-crushing defilement. Nailed it.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
We're ready to move on?
Yep.
All right.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So this next band is called Pantheon LR.
Okay.
Or by Pantheon.
Yeah.
Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh, that must be
the LR.
The LR for Little Rock, Arkansas-based death thrash band.
Pantheon.
So they are Pantheon, but that must have been their tag when they, their Facebook tag when they sent it to me. So a little bit real quick. You got BJ Cook, guitar, vocals. Samuth Cook, drums. So we're maybe brothers or cousins or something.
Always a good
Buzzy Leadiskow, guitars and vocals. So more vocals. Jeremiah James Baker, bass. And the song here is Head on a Stick. So we're giving everything to you guys this morning. Like, you're fucking getting it all today.
You'll take it and you'll like it.
Yeah. I mean, we are becoming an extreme podcast again today.
Yeah. So, I mean, and we do go on, like, after these songs play, and we're like, that's what we're looking for. And I think people kind of caught wind of that. Still feel free to send us any metal at all.
Yeah,
like,
we'll take it.
I'm not opposed to other styles. I don't want to only hear death metal necessarily. That is to say, I love it. I would like to spice it up a little bit. Variety is the spice of life, yeah.
Yeah.
But heavy is good, no matter what the heavy. Just send heavy music to us.
Yeah, exactly. We will be happy. All right, so you ready? Pantheon, Head on a Stick, Little Rock, Arkansas. So far, pretty cool art too.
Now, this little procedure is called making a head on a stick. Because once your spine's severed, right? Oh, that's what you are, eh? Head on a stick.
Into the spine.
Wow.
All right, man.
Serious about that head on a stick.
Yes.
Ode to Ned Stark.
All right, man, it's you.
Am I up?
You're up.
Okay, so yeah, man. That was pretty cool. Straight up thrash death metal. Nailed it in the description. A lot of callbacks. These guys are fans of the old school stuff. Just looking at the pictures, got the obituary shirt on. I feel it. Got some brothers in the band. Always feel that. Pretty tight musicianship.
Yeah.
I could probably go for a little more bass in the mix. That's just me. I'm a bassist. I want to hear it all day. So yeah, fucking straightforward, brutal death metal. Had the callbacks, had the songwriting, and brutal down to in your face, no punches pulled, head on a stick. That intro had me like viscerally like cringing, like upsetting. If you're an ASMR person, like that's hard to hear.
Yeah.
That's kind of like any of that bone crunching, slicing stuff is always hard. So like if you're a fan of that sort of thing, I bet there's a few more of those on the album. But yeah, I mean, similar to the last song, some straightforward death metal, and I like the vocals too. I thought, they had when you're an instrumentalist too, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Like the way that they're playing and singing at the same time. So you're going to get like really regimented patterns out of an instrumentalist who's a vocalist as well. So pretty cool. I dig. Jay, take you back.
Yeah, what's funny about genres now is like, at first I'm kind of thinking, here's some things in my head that I'm just hearing. First, like 6 Feet Under kind of screams at me, just always with that mid-paced death metal, not because... Not to disregard anything from any band when I say 6 Feet Under, but it's just like when that style of death metal came out, it was just kind of that mid-paced. There you could put like maybe some Dismember in there or Entombed, that kind of death metal where it's just that mid-paced, maybe some sinister stuff. But then you get to thinking about it, you're like, well, now music has taken such a 360, a full swing back, and now you got bands like 200 Stab Wounds and Tribal Gaze and Vomit Forth, and they're pulling Frozen Soul. They're pulling a lot of them mid-pace older elements back, and they're sounding like throwback bands. So it's hard to say, well, these guys kind of sound like maybe a 2006 Feet Under,
right?
In some parts,
right?
But now they sound like they fit in with everything that's going on. So that's the cool thing about these guys that I thought. I heard like a little bit of Lamb of God-ish, like when they came out of the death metal parts, there was like just that kind of riffage going on. Yeah. Not that that's bad. That's pretty badass, but it's almost like where you're teetering out of death metal into the metalcore almost, subgenres, they're so tricky now, and I'm not an expert, but I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Fucking vocals were badass. Like when he did that head on a stick high or whatever, that's like that's preem high vocals, dude. Yeah. Like his low was great, and I know a lot of people can do lows. His lows was off. His low or their lows, because there's a couple vocalists, but that high was killer on the record.
Yeah, I love how just happy they were about head on a stick. Like that beat was just like upbeat. Yep. 1, 2, here we go, head on a stick. Super happy about it.
But the songwriting was there. You know, you gave me something to call back to, which I always appreciate. You guys, this art is sick. Arkansas, man, that's a way to do metal. You guys got some cool artwork. They have a single in 2023. They have an album in 2020, and this came out in 2023. So that single must have came off of this. But Empire in Ruin. I did find a little bit on the bottom of their Spotify where it says Pantheon features members from Arkansas metal veterans Fallen Empire, Entangled in Ruin, playing old school Black and Death thrash metal with groove elements. Pantheon has quickly secured a diehard following, breaking the trends. So good for you guys. Keep jamming. Thanks for the send-in. You guys are fucking, we respect that kind of music and really like it on our show. So you guys I like how they have good art. It sticks to their theme. And, don't take offense if I say 6 Feet Under. That's just the first thing that comes to mind is when I hear some of this mid-paced death metal. But super groovy, cool. Yeah, I would like to hear more. So when we do these critiques, and I want to hear more from your band than just one song, then you guys are doing something good. Because if I'm like, I'm good with that one song, and I don't need to hear anymore. I won't say that on the show, but I'm just like, this is a band I'd like to, dive into more of their shit.
I like how that mid-pace lends itself well to the groove. You can just steer right into the groove. And I'm I like some grind. Like I think the last Reaction episode, we had a band that had really good use of grind, and then they moved it to some groove, so it's fine. But I like where the music settles into that mid pace, and I can understand everything else. Like you can have a hellacious drummer, but then it comes down to the minutia of how well the production of the record or the recording was.
True.
So like, because your drummer could like stand out more than anybody else's instrument, and that could be a problem. That could be problematic for me, where I'm like, I only hear the snare going off.
And
like,
double kick, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear anything more. So I like that style of music, especially in death metal, where I can hear the riff, and it's something I can understand and grab onto. I don't mind the grind stuff. I just need better production values when you go to that sort of beat. So good send in by Pantheon. I really enjoyed that one. Head on a Stick. I'll be laughing about that all day. Good morning.
You're going to be singing that when you get home.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay. All right. You ready to move on?
Let's do it. This is all the way from out of country. Is this our first out of country band? No, we had Germany.
Yeah, we had Germany. How would you say this band name? Because you're my pronunciation specialist on the show. No pressure.
Oh, man. So this is Portuguese. I would probably roll into something close to Spanish and call it Derrame.
Derrame?
Derrame.
Okay.
Yep. Because I would say that you would pronounce that last letter being like Portuguese and Spanish somewhat similar, not exact, but
Derrame.
Yeah. And you'd have to roll the R's.
Yeah.
Derrame.
Derrame.
Derrame. I love it.
I think we fucking nailed that. Let us know. Like, I think you did a great job with
If that's not how you say it, it is now.
Yeah, so Derrame.
Derrame.
And with the inflection too, like the Derrame.
Yeah, it's got to sound
like it's almost pasta. But so this is a death metal band founded in 2008 from Portugal.
I love it.
So that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Thanks for sending something in from Portugal.
Yeah.
The song is Carotid.
It puts a feather in my hat. All the way from overseas, they found us.
So we like it. It was Spotify link. Song's Carotid. If I find more information during, I'll let you guys know. But I was trying to look at some more stuff about these guys, but I don't know how to read Spanish, bro.
Or Portuguese.
Or Portuguese, yeah, for that matter. My bad. I don't know how to read either one, so yeah, it's facts all the way around.
It's a copy-paste Google Translate
type thing, yep. All right, cool. Here's the song.
Let's check it out.
righty then.
All right. Jay?
All right, Derrame.
I love it. Good pasta.
All right. So first things first, I think this is me speculating, but I feel like these guys set out to do this kind of music, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I respect that. Like, I hear a little thrash, hear a little death in there, gets a little on the major side, a couple of those riffs in there. It was kind of like interesting to change the, feel like that, but pretty much, almost similar to the last band, like mid-pacey kind of death metals, a lot of death metal riffs in there. Vocalist was really, he had a pretty good range on him, but he's doing the death metal, that he did all the death metal in there. Not a lot of fancy vocal tricks and all that, but the lows and the highs, they're all there.
Super low, had some good highs too. Really reached for it on the highs, and he was way down in the necrophagous mud there with the lows.
Yeah, there was one groove in there, almost reminding me of some Dying Fetus, so that always makes me happy when I hear that, just heavy, kind of groovy low, but... other than that, production was pretty good. I could hear all the instruments. The bass stuck out. Didn't do a lot of fancy tricks on the bass, but I could hear all the notes on the bass.
That's good.
And, that always says a lot when it comes to a death metal record, is being able to hear that bass and cut through. So, all in all, pretty dope track. I think what I expected is what I got. And what I got, I'm happy with.
Yeah, you see the logo come up, it's splattered in blood.
Yeah.
And
read the description.
You see the picture of the band, 5-piece on stage, got some old heads in the band. No disrespect, you guys are our age, I know it. So like you can't,
old heads.
Yeah, you can't run and hide from that. I know an old head when I see one. It's been like a happy death metal kind of morning.
Yeah.
I feel like we're listening to a compilation of death metal this morning for what's going on in the world today. I'm loving it. Like you said, there were some major keys in there where I felt like, and the beats too.
Yeah,
there was just like some trot
really
that made me just feel like
trotties. Yeah.
I'm galloping on the horse through the fields here, listening to death metal, going to battle, like ready to put a head on a stick,
unveiling the pain, putting a head on a stick.
So all the way from Portugal, Derrame, I love it. I hope we're saying it somewhat correctly. But yeah, I thought vocals had great range, had some super cool riffs. Love the bass production. Again, with the mid-pace all day, you just sit there and bob your head to it and just go with it. No lyrics to be found, so I have no idea if they're even in English, what they're singing about. What did we have on the title of that track, Jay?
I believe that's Carotid.
Oh, yep, you're right. Carotid or Corroded.
Bloodshed, Requiem, Blood Curse, War Inception.
Yep.
So it looks like the titles of the songs at least are in English.
Yes. Yeah, got to imagine then the rest of the lyrics are in English as well. But love it all the way from Portugal. Fun, super cool. Guys, get on Vakken or something.
Yeah, my only critique is sometimes I have to throw one in there. That song was 5 minutes and 52 seconds long. I think you could get your point across in 3:47.
Yeah.
4:02 maybe.
Yeah.
But that's just
sometimes that's just how the song goes.
Yeah, I get it. But we've got some long ones, so I'm not.
Yeah, for sure. No, we used to be diehard 8-minute song only crew,
but I'm favoring the 4.5 minutes getting your point across.
Yeah.
I'm on that ship anymore.
I'm always impressed that people can, like 5 people can be in sync for 6 minutes.
Right.
That's impressive.
Besides BT Bam.
Yeah, that's just a whole other world. They're aliens.
Yeah.
So that's
okay.
Cool.
All right.
Good times.
Thank you guys for that send-in all the way from across.
All the way over the
across
Atlantic.
the pond.
Yeah. Love it.
So, next band, they are called Ashbury Wrath. And
sounds like a dirty Ashbury.
Progressive post-thrash metal band from Sacramento.
Okay.
So
cool.
we got Sacramento today.
Shout out capital of California. I don't know if it's our first California band, but it's probably our first Sacramento band on the show.
So it says here the debut EP released on March 30th. The song is 334. If I can find some more information, I'll let you guys know.
All right. Go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, all that. Follow the link.
This. All right. Are we ready?
Do it.
Ashbury Wrath, 334.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me have that all day. That was great.
Yeah, that was really good. Dude's got more pipes than Mario, bro. Fucking Jesus Christ. Got
King
some
Diamond,
pipes
eat your heart out.
Yeah. So, I think it's my turn.
Yeah, start us off. I have a lot of
All
good
right.
things to say here.
Good. Me too. Production was great. Everything sounded really good.
Yep,
Came right in. A little surprised by the high vocal, but it was a good high vocal. Everything was in key, sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, cool riffs.
Yes.
When you said thrash, and then you kind of came in with that like just groove off rip, where it was like a thrash riff, but the drums were like in the groove mode. I was like, okay, this is fucking sweet.
Well,
A little bit of cool fry in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So like making it a little bit different, so it's not all that like high falsetto vocal.
Yep.
To me, I heard some like. You like Blitz from Overkill,
Yep.
Bobby.
Yep.
You know, I heard a lot of Bobby in his voice.
Okay.
You know,
Love that.
but just kind of when you got a little more like lower register raspy type, you know,
Yeah.
that's a real Bobby type vocal. And yeah, man, great track, great sending. I could hear the bass.
Yep. It was in there.
There's not a whole lot going on here that was a single, it looks like, but not a whole lot going on here for art. But yeah, other than that, go ahead, take it away, buddy. And I'll give you a little bit more. Sorry to cut you off, but give you a little bit more about the band. I found a little bit more here on their Spotify, so I'll give you a little bit more after you let me know what you thought.
First couple words that came to mind, like goosebumps. So like that first riff had me. I was in like all the way from the first riff. You know, you had that kind of like ambient chord, whatever dissonant thing going on there. I loved it. And then the vocal, at first, I think it was just a little high in the mix. So I was like, oh, God. But great vocalist, goosebumps, and beautiful. The track was beautiful. I absolutely loved it. I needed it this morning to kind of break up all that we've heard so far.
Oh, yeah.
Like I needed like another style of music to creep in and make its way into the show. I'm so happy that Ashbury Wrath was the band to do that for us today with 334. I think you hit a lot of points already with production, songwriting, that vocalist, those riffs, all really good. Great. It does make me really want to hear more by this band immediately. I've already given them all the likes, follows, and subscribes that I can.
And you should too.
Yeah, and everybody should, especially just based
all
off
these
of that
bands
track.
that we have on here.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
Not going to hurt you to like or subscribe to their stuff.
No, do them the solid.
Yeah.
But representing Sacramento, California very well, Ashbury Wrath. I love it. Man, make your way out to the Midwest sometime, would you please? Because that was awesome.
All right, I'll give you a little bit more about the band here.
Sure.
So on their Spotify, it says Ashbury Wrath is a progressive post-thrash band from Sacramento. The sound is inspired by bands like Mastodon, Gojira, and Tool, and has been described as brutal yet uplifting, faintly familiar, and existential. The band was founded in 2022 by bassist Mike
Mendenhall
and guitarist Ryan Williams, and the dream to create and share heavy music that means different things to different people in cerebral ways. Drummer Danny Greco and vocalist Vlad Volovikov joined the band in the following year. Ashbury Wrath spent the second half of 2023 producing their debut EP,
Anemia. Yeah, or Anemois. Anemia.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they nailed it. Those influences I can see like vaguely. I think they do a good job of doing their own thing because they sound pretty unique. They have some styles, like the thrash, and then that King Diamond vocal kind of, if you will, and like you said, Blitz also like kind of set them apart from the bands that they mention as like influences. I think that vocal really sets them apart. So awesome stuff, man. I'm
thanks
stoked.
for the send in all the way from Sacramento.
Yeah, stoked on that.
I know you guys put that in the mail, sent us your tape.
Yeah,
with the postage on it.
Love it.
Yes. All the way from Sacramento.
Yeah, send me a shirt.
Yeah.
This guy.
We'll take him.
Yeah, I got the Gojira. Come on, you want to send
He's
me
a
shirt.
medium and I'm a large, so just in case any of you bands want to know. But we'll rep your band on the pod. Shit.
Yeah, I need to get like all local bands piled up. And then just like be wearing those only, probably going. That'll be my goal for 2025. I'll wear only like local shit. Local.
Yeah,
or you've been on the show.
Non-national shit. can't really say that actually. So
yeah, I mean, obviously they're not local; they're 3,000 miles away, but they're DIY or just they made their way to the show. I love it. I'd love to rep all of these bands given the opportunity.
Hell yeah! So thanks for the send-in, guys. Good stuff. Don't really have no critiques. Just keep doing your thing and keep kicking ass, man. That's my only critique on that, to be honest with you. You guys are heading in the right direction, especially for a newer band.
Yeah.
Just get out there, promote yourself, pump your shit on your socials.
Mm-hmm.
But they have all the link. They got the link trees. They got all their stuff. Oh, one thing, just don't mean to call you out, but when you guys got your website on your Facebook, and I try to go to it, and it's nothing.
Nothing there. Doesn't work.
I want to get that link fixed so people can go to your website. But other than that, that's my only critique.
Pay the bill on the domain, whatever you got to do.
All right. We ready to move on to the last submission of the day?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is another one of your pronunciations. Here.
Yeah, it looks like Kairos Augur.
Kairos Augur. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling it, Kairos Augur.
So on their Bandcamp, it says, "We are storytellers of another time and place. We tell tales of heroism and magic in the feats of gods and mortals and of the words they carve with their actions." So, released our 4th album last year. I'd recommend the tracks Elegy or Vision. So I looked at these earlier, and both tracks are long as shit.
Okay, well.
So I'm going to let you pick, since you're the guest of honor today. So the Elegy is 10 minutes and 7 seconds long.
Okay.
Vision is 8 minutes and 15 seconds long.
Oh, God. Let me see here. So instinctively, I would say to go with the shorter song. However, I am also a track 1 man, and Elegy is the track 1. So, Jay, would you object to the extra minute and 50 seconds?
Not at all. Not at all. We'll just be a little mindful of what our time is. And
we're going to have to pause midway through for a commercial break. I hate that shit when it happens to me. God, you'd be on YouTube, and then they just stop mid-track and then hit you with the commercial.
And you're like, what the
That's punishable by death.
Yeah. All right, homie, you ready?
Let's do 10 minutes of Elegy by Kairos Augur.
Here we go. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I think it's my turn, right?
Either way, I've got
Okay.
plenty of good things to say
Okay.
about it. I'll let you have your piece first if you'd like.
So first
you are
things
the host.
first, as I always do, I misspeak And actually, this is from Grand Rapids.
Yep.
So I did not realize that earlier, but
I mean, did you say otherwise?
I said at the beginning of the show I thought we only
one.
had the one submission,
Okay,
but
yeah,
I didn't
true.
realize.
Yeah, that's okay. I won't hold it against you. Do better next time.
Kairos
Augur.
Kairos Augur.
Yeah.
From Grand Rapids. To me, it looks like it's like a one-man kind of band project. I was trying to look at some stuff while we were listening to that. But as far as cool stuff, I really love the black metal vocal. I love the black metal feel, the huge open soundtrack escape feel to it.
Yeah.
I love the middle section where he tapered off from the black metal-ish music into the orchestrated with the piano, and then the way it switched up, and then he then brought the call back at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was all really good. If you're going for a 10-minute song, it's a good way to bring it back.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of 10-minute songs, but that's just my personal taste.
Sure.
But other than that, like, I thought the songwriting was there, the patterns were there. It was kind of catchy, for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, good melody.
Yep.
Sure. I think there was nothing happening more than needed to happen. Like, there wasn't one particular instrument that was doing more. Like, when you have all that orchestration and everything kind of fit in its place. And I can appreciate that about the music as well.
Yep.
So, and then I like the clean vocal just to kind of break it up, because if you just did that black metal scream, it might get a little monotonous. So
sure.
I do kind of like the way he came in with the cleaner singing, and then transitioned into the black metal type singing. So yeah, that's about. Bass was the only thing that didn't really call out to me, but I think a lot of that was because the low end was taken up by the symphonic elements and some of the piano.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, pretty cool stuff. Didn't even know something like that existed out there. I mean, I did know stuff like this existed, but like from Grand Rapids, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing. And I feel like with this type of music, like, you kind of got that black metal feel, like the DIY old school feel of it.
Yeah.
And almost some of the mixing. So I don't know if that's a purpose, but we'll come back to that. I'll give a few things that I would kind of do a little differently. But other than that, cool send-in, man.
Yeah, so for me, it looks like the person's name here, or at least stage name, is Munin. And by all accounts, beautiful person with their art and expression and creativity. It looks like they do the cover art as well. They were the entire instrumental orchestration themselves on this one: vocals, guitar, bass, keys. I'm guessing drum programming. Looks like they get by with a little help from their friends. There's some other mention of session musicians along the way. I love that a 10-minute song can be done, and as a song, like, it wasn't just 10 minutes that veers off into space and, without any callbacks. They did a great job of repeating parts. Obviously, you had like verse sections and chorus sections, and they split the clean vocals up with the fry nicely. Really, when I was listening to it, two bands came to mind. Some big ones too, at least in my world. You've got Emperor with Anthems to Welcome at Dusk, excuse me.
Yep.
And then also I thought of Draconian, Under a Godless Veil, both hour-long Black Doom pieces, or Black Doom bands. So to me, that's some high praise that I offer. If you like those bands, cool. If not, they just called to me when I was listening to that track. So that was Elegy from their album Harbinger. I really dug it. I really did. 10 minutes is a long time. I basically was writing an essay in my head to like speak to this, but those are the bands that came to mind. I noticed it was pretty much a one-person show, and that's probably why we haven't heard of this band, because it feels like it's like a solo project done out of their own home, which is totally cool. Like, it seems like when you have a vision that is this intense, it's hard to get buy-in from other musicians. You got to have the keyboardist, you got to have the second guitarist, the bassist, the drummer. Are you going to play and sing at the same time? At some point, you kind of cut your losses, and you're like, well, I don't even want to get on a stage. I got to paint, and I got other things to do, and I just don't even want to be about that. So, I mean, if maybe they do want to do it live, but other than if they don't, or if they just can't.
Well, in 2019, it shows some pictures of them on stage.
Okay.
It looks like a three-piece. One guy on keyboard, one guy on guitar, vocals, and looks like maybe a drummer, but I can't really see the drummer in the picture. So maybe they are a live outfit, or...
Oh, I like this old photo from 2018. They're out in the woods with some masks.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't really know what's transpired in the meantime. Maybe, but
Also,
the picture only shows one guy and his
Yeah.
guitar, so that's kind of why I thought it was like more of a, maybe a.
I am curious
project.
about the lore of the lyrics. They definitely are fantasy driven. They give like type of Lord of the Rings feel, singing about elven humans and such. So I'm kind of curious where they get their lore, what their inspiration is. Etria was a mention in some of their description, so I'm trying to research these guys as we do this. But yeah, that's the only thing for me is like, where do you get your inspiration for your lore? It's pretty cool. I'm down for that life. I'm the geek. Like I'm Magic, Lord of the Rings, all of that stuff. It's pretty cool in my world. Dungeons and Dragons. I play Skyrim with the kid.
Scrimming.
Yep, I be scrimming.
They be scrimming.
Dark Souls 3 every now and again when I feel like getting my ass kicked, when I feel like flagellating myself.
No thanks. Yeah, so they got quite a few different releases. Almost looks like albums. A few different things out here. So if you guys want to get a hold of
Kairos Augur?
Kairos Augur from Grand Rapids, Michigan, make sure you subscribe. Check out their stuff, especially if you're into the symphonic black metal.
Yeah.
My only critique would have been just a few mixing things differently. That's
Sure.
the only thing I would have done. Just at times the symphonic element seemed a little heavy, and me, even if you got programmed drums,
Yeah.
they better be blasting my fucking eardrums out. Like, I need to hear that. But at the same token, to understand how black metal can be mixed, so
Yeah.
for a black metal mix, it was perfect.
Yeah.
But
I loved
for
it.
me, I need the drums slamming in my ears.
Yeah.
But other than that, cool shit, man. Cool send-in.
Yeah.
Very interesting day of send-ins.
Yeah.
What else you got, buddy?
I think that's it from me.
Alright.
I'd say keep doing your thing. Bands from Grand Rapids, cool. Thank you for the send in. Bands from all over the world today. Had a lot of brutal death metal, some prog stuff, some death doom, some black death doom. I dig it, man. I'm stoked. I'm glad I'm hearing stuff that I've never heard before, and we're giving it a little platform today for everybody else to hear. So I hope everybody listening enjoys as well. Give all these bands like a like and a follow, a share, a comment. Send it to somebody who you think might like it more than you even. So
and with that being said, give us a share and a like and a comment, because we appreciate that very much. Thanks for everybody who listens to the shows and gives us feedback and comments on our YouTube and upvotes our stuff. We really appreciate that. We got some other stuff in the works coming soon. And with that being said, man, much love to you guys and keep it metal. Peace. Thank you so much for checking out the episode. Be sure to hit that like button and give us a share.
yeah, and if you enjoyed our podcast today, please give it a rating on your streaming service to help us gain some exposure.
And if you really enjoyed the show, please give us a follow or hit that subscribe button and come hang out with us every week. And remember, keep it metal.